Yo, post-editing Ace here. Just wanted to let you guys know that with the video that I'm going to be reacting to, if you are sensitive to light, flashes, flickering, or anything like that, or have any sort of medical condition, don't watch this video, or just be aware. The video I'm reacting to by SWAGKAGE has a lot of flickering and flashes and bright lights. I don't know why he edited it that way. I don't know if it was to avoid copyright or something like that, but just be aware the video is very, very bright sometimes. Not during the whole duration, but just sometimes. And I know, like, when I was watching it, I kept like saying like, yo, why is it flashing? But just be aware, guys. Huge disclaimer: if you have any sort of sensitivity or medical condition, just be aware of that. All right, on to the video. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Ace. Today we're gonna be checking another video by Swag. Dude, it has been a long day. I cannot freaking talk. Jesus Christ. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Ace. Today we're checking a video by SWAGKAGE, ranking every reanimation from weakest to strongest. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit because it's about 34 minutes. So it's gonna be on the 1.5 speed, or hold on, let me look at the speed options actually. Playback speed, we'll do 1.5, and you will still be able to hear him talk. It's not going to be like anything crazy like on unhearable audio or anything like that. It's just to make the video not as long, because when we add my commentary to it, sheesh, it's going to be a pretty long video. If you guys are enjoying the videos, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, trigger those bells to stay updated for the next time I post. But yeah, let's get into it. Hopefully top 3: Nagato, Itachi, and who's OP reanimating? Obviously Madara. Top 3.
Hey.
Top 5: Hashirama, Minato, Tobirama, Nagato, Itachi. Fuck. Damn, it's gonna be a hard ass list.
Everybody, number 40, we have
Shin.
and not the one you might be thinking of. Not the one.
Not bad. Not bad.
Not the one with all the eyeballs on his
There's just no feats for him. So like,
is a
other than he's like what is it? Foundation member.
He doesn't really do like anything.
Yeah, he just gets turned into a bomb and then he gets sealed up.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
The argument for him being strong is just
he gets one-shotted by Tak no Jutsu, or he wasn't even that. Memories no Jutsu. That's basically it.
You know, Kabuto did bring him back, but it's like for
that
what?
applies to literally everybody else here.
Yeah, so he's just the weakest of the strong. That's it.
Sure.
So moving on. Next, we have numbers 35 through 39. So this is the 5 members of the 7 ninja swordsmen that are like not Mangetsu or Zabuza. 6 and I didn't really feel like ranking them individually. Like,
yeah.
Honestly, like actually honestly, you could probably, if you really studied them, figure out a way to put any one of them in.
Yeah, but who's really gonna go through the time of doing that? Let me slow this down. This one's a little bit faster.
In the anime, I think
we'll do 1.25 speed.
One-on-one. Maybe you could get some scaling through that.
Bro, the flashiness is gonna give me a
seizure. It's just like
seizure.
they all come back as a group. They're all just really just super strong subsect of the Edo Tensei army. But they're like the lowest ones, aside from size useless.
They're basically just like Jonin level, like essentially.
Yeah.
There's nothing about them that makes them seem substantially more powerful than that.
And the only thing to even like think that is, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be the strongest generation of the 7 ninja swordsmen. But then even then it excludes people like Kisame. They don't have Samehada. So I mean, them being this low on this specific list is perfectly fine.
This is numbers 33 through 34. So we have Pakura, the user of Scorch Release, Toroi, the user of Magnet Release.
Yo, these guys were, hold on.
User of Explosion Release.
These guys were a problem in the war, because I remember watching an episode where these guys, who I think it was Scorch Release or Magna Release, one of them just basically attacked one of the allied shinobi forces, like with the shinobi, and he's just like, oh, my insides. Dude got his organs burned to a crisp. That's like one of the worst ways to go. God, I can't imagine that, bro.
So all 3 of these guys are mostly featless. They don't really do anything, but they do.
And I think I remember seeing I don't mean to pause it so much. Like I said, I'm speeding it up because my commentary plus that shit, bro, the video's gonna be long as hell. But I think I remember watching a filler episode of her. She basically got one-shotted by like getting tricked into going to, so she's from the Sand Village. I think it was someone from the rival village said like, hey, we want to meet you in a meeting at our village, follow us. She followed them to the village, and she basically got like stabbed in the back and jumped. Like, that's basically how she died. There wasn't any like long fought battle. There wasn't anything like crazy. She just literally got jumped and taken advantage of, and then she died. Like it was one of the weirdest and like most embarrassing ways to go out for her shinobi type class.
But the kekkei genkai, which the swordsmen don't, and both groups are feetless. So I don't know, man. Like Gari's weapons are bigger.
Damn.
I mean, it's just like when you compare quality of shinobi, right? So let's just say, for example, the 7 Ninja Swordsmen are all S-class shinobi. The kekkei genkai users would all be like S+ class, maybe Z class if you like Dragon Ball games. And then Zabuza does say Haku has a kekkei genkai. He considers kekkei genkai to be like this crazy power because when he finds out Sasuke,
Yeah, he has ice
he
release.
thinks, oh well, he might be Haku's equal, even though we know Sasuke is not Haku's equal. So you can just say like quality of shinobi, these 3 should be maybe stronger than these other people because they have built-in kekkei genkai, whereas the swords are like kind of their own in a way.
Sakura is also just running around like one-shotting people, and I know they're fodder ninja, but she just totally like melts them from the inside.
Yeah,
Like,
that
she
okay.
seems
So that's
to
the
be,
shinobi, bro. Enough with the
like,
flickering, Jesus.
In a way that some of the 7 swordsmen aren't. Again, this
Sakura
is kind of
bad,
interchangeable.
low-key.
I would never like stay up all night fighting somebody about this or anything, but it just feels correct to have them above the swordsman. Next up,
It's so strange.
Chio, as far as we're aware, feel free to correct us. We're gonna look really stupid if this isn't the case, but pretty sure after looking through it that Chio does not actually use her puppets at any point that we know of in the manga, and so it's like what the fuck is she supposed to do? Like that's her whole thing. She doesn't have any non-puppet jutsu that are combat relevant.
Oh, okay. So
Like,
they're, I assume based on this, they're going off like the powerful shinobi and what they did in the war. Because obviously, if we're counting her puppets, she wouldn't be this low on the list. So I'm just assuming the impact that they had in the war.
you can use the like reanimation thing to bring people back. Not Edo Tensei reanimation, the one she used to revive Gara, but that doesn't really like.
Wasn't it like an unfinished version of the Edo Tensei? Like their own twist on it?
She's with people like Kimimaro and Hanzo, and knowing
My
who
man,
she is,
why?
and who she has is like somebody who regularly fought Hanzo and somebody who thought that she could kill the White Fang. It would feel weird to put her below like the 7 swordsmen and stuff.
True.
Because she's definitely implied to be around that like Sannin-ish level, especially in her prime, and she lived for a while, right? Like fighting all of those samurai and stuff.
Yeah.
Somehow, so she must have been strong or something. But like, I don't know. This just feels like the correct place to put her, I think.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to like talk about somewhere Chio might scale without her puppets, base Naruto does react to her at the beginning of the Kazekage rescue arc. No, you can argue Chio gets stronger from this point when she gains like a bit of resolve back after fighting alongside Sakura. The data books sort of imply that. I'm just saying, like Chio without puppets, she's not going higher than this at all.
Yeah,
There you go.
100%.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
next
and
up-
one of the things that they mentioned, I think Chio actually mentioned this as well. Puppet masters are pretty much not that good of fighters in general. Like without their puppets, they're pretty much screwed. That's why they do their best to defend themselves. I think she actually explained this to Sakura when they were fighting Sasori.
we have Asuma. He's kind of interchangeable with the person that we have above him, but Asuma is just like solidly high Jonin level. I don't really know what this means for him, but he was a member of the Guardian Shinobi 12, which is it's kind of like a nothing org in Naruto, right? Like,
Nothing
we
org.
don't really know anything about the Guardian Shinobi 12, but Asuma was like one of those like high tier Jonin from Konoha. Like,
Yeah, they never
a lot of
expanded on that,
people
which is a
talked
shame.
about him and respected him. He did fight Hidan, and granted, he had help, but he
Had a lot of
beat
help.
Hidan and decapitated him, which is pretty impressive. And it takes all of Shikamaru, Ino, and Choji working together. So Kakazu even hypes him up as well. Do you have anything else you want to say about Asuma?
No.
No, damn, cold.
So next up we have Hizashi. He's strong. He's like
He's a Hyuga, Kekkei Genkai, Taijutsu
we don't see him do
specialist.
much, but like he should be around.
Yeah, I put him above Asuma as well.
High Jonin level. He's got the gentle fist, the Byakugan, so
Yeah.
pretty good at hand-to-hand combat. That's why I have him above Zabuza. That's why I would put him above Zabuza. Not Zabuza. I mean Asuma. Oh my god.
Yeah. Speaking of, we actually have Zabuza right above him.
Mm.
Zabuza's strong, right? He's not like a monster or anything, but he's definitely like way stronger than the other seven swordsmen because he actually fights Kakashi for an extended period in the manga.
Yeah, and this is like
He
war
loses,
arc
like,
Kakashi.
it's kind of like a sound defeat, but he still fights him. Haku does eventually start helping him out, but like like the other seven swordsmen are not a threat.
Yeah, it's because of his demon mist aura. Like Zabuza's got a base form and then like kind of a Super Saiyan transformation. So in part 1, we don't see Zabuza
more like a
use his
Kaioken.
demon mist aura until he goes up against the like Gato's goons at the very end. That's why people find it weird that in the war arc, Zabuza can like kind of keep up with Kakashi. Like Kakashi definitely is stronger than him still when he beats him. But they're like, oh, he was part 1 Kakashi level, so Kakashi's gotten no stronger. It's just that in the war arc, Kabuto made Zabuza activate his demon mist aura almost instantly.
This shit looks badass. I'm not gonna lie. Like that whole aura picture right there. That could be an album picture.
Yeah, that's it. It's just Zabuza's pretty strong.
Next up, we have Mangetsu. So it's either directly stated or implied very heavily that Mangetsu is the strongest member of the seven ninja swordsmen. He's capable of wielding all 7 swords very effectively. He's related to Suigetsu and Gengetsu, who are both exceptionally strong. Suigetsu's not like a top tier or anything, but he does live through being like laser.
Which that one was actually kind of stupid. I have no idea how he lives through that bomb. Like face first, straight QB bomb. No, not QB. Bijou bomb. I have no idea. That's just plot.
Which like I don't think anybody's going to be surprised by this. He was definitely going above Zabuza because Zabuza says himself repeatedly, many times that Haku is stronger than he is.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people contest this. They're like, oh, but Sasuke hit Haku and Naruto beat like.
Haku wasn't trying.
Yeah, Haku stopped trying.
He wasn't like intending to kill. He was just intending to wound.
Yeah. Not only was it crazy, by that point Haku like admits he weakened himself by using the ice mirror for so long. Because he was just like playing around with Naruto and Sasuke, hitting him with his needles and whatnot, just holding back. And then he held back for so long, it was just he got weakened and Naruto was able to get the upper hand on him. So when you take into account Zabuza's demon mist aura,
not only that, didn't they go toe to toe with Guy and Rock Lee in the war? Haku did.
With the demon mist aura,
like she took a hit from both of them and then like basically brush it off like it was none.
Put in perspective for you just how strong Haku can get.
She or he, whatever. He. We know it's a he.
Yeah, Raikiri Kakashi.
Next up, we have Don. So
this one was weird. This one
was weird. Cap. He's not stronger. Well, actually, he has no feats.
Whatever. And there's this one feat where he kind of
crazy, dude.
Kind of outspeeds Madara. It's a little weird. He outspeeds Madara. He moves Tsunade out the way, and then not only does he outspeed Madara, and it's weird because like Don got clapped by just random Jonin way back.
Don't even know who they are.
So no name Jonin.
So it's not like Dan is always super strong. So maybe it's just his like spirit vision technique.
You didn't even get into the craziest thing that he did.
Yeah, and then that's ignoring the other part that makes this weird, which is after he saves Tsunade, he completely re-heals her 100 healings mark. He brings it all the way back, and we know that mark. It has to have a certain amount of chakra to even appear on the forehead. Sakura was doing it for 3 years.
He could be way higher, but like I don't know. He's definitely above everybody who's below him. I mean, but maybe he's not. Like maybe Haku would clap him up, but like
yeah.
Would he?
Maybe he was like an Asuma type shinobi.
Whose ass, he sucks. He is the weakest of the Akatsuki.
His best feat is just beating pain. So 24 is a good spot for him. Multi-continental,
In all seriousness, the reason that we have Kakazu here at number 24 and not higher is because I think it's very funny to downplay Kakazu. Me personally, I've started getting really attached to the idea that he and Hidan are the weakest Akatsuki duo. If you guys are interested, I can make a video where I discuss this in more detail at some point in the future. Now, like, if I'm being totally real with you guys, would I say that it is unfair and definitely indicative of bias that Kakazu is below Sasori with no puppets?
Oh, dude, true. Yeah, no, hell yeah.
And dicking around and trolling? No, I would never say that. But
bro, Sasori way below Kakazu. If he doesn't have his puppets.
23, we have Sasori. Now, this is extremely like extra ultra weird because Sasori doesn't have his puppets or his puppet body.
But he can control other people. Kankuro might just be he.
Yeah, I mean Kankuro also does have Sasori's puppet body, who I mean, let's be real, is probably Sasori's best puppet. I don't see why that wouldn't.
Yeah,
be the
yeah,
case.
it would.
And Sasori's 100 puppets were like fighting Chikamatsu's 10, which were like the strongest puppets ever made. So it's probably like Sasori's body might be like the Excalibur of Naruto puppets. And Kankuro does capture Deidara, so it's like you said, he might just be heat. Deidara's up next at number 22. So normally Deidara would be beneath Sasori on a list like this, but Sasori is like nerfed to such a ridiculous
basically.
extent that it would be really, really,
Plus,
really unfair.
Deidara can use his ultimate technique over and over again.
No puppets,
you know,
no
theoretically.
body, no third Kazekage stand. Yes, Deidara is probably beating this version of Sasori.
Yeah.
Like beating in a fight, maybe not.
What the hell is
can't
that?
Seal anyone, but like overpowering, definitely.
Yeah.
Because Deidara at this point, he's willing to use C0 if it comes to it, and he can just regenerate from it.
So next up, this is gonna be weird to some people.
Kimimaro over Deidara? I don't know, man.
So
I'd probably
he
put
just,
Kimimaro below
he just
Deidara and
sits there
Sasori.
fights KCM Naruto for like a really long, like extended period of time, and the Ceiling Corp right there.
And in the anime, we do get that Kimimaro like dodged the Rasen Shuriken, and a little bit of quantification for the sickness. They implied that if Kimimaro was with them when they attacked Hiruzen, they would have just smoothed 100% victory.
Next up, number 20, we have Hondo. So this guy could be way higher if he was at full power, but like it's implied that over the course of his life he got way weaker, and that like this happening to him is actually the reason Pain was able to beat him. So like this is not prime Hondo.
Nah, bro. Even prime Hanzo, Pain would have clapped dog water this dude.
That we're talking about. This is like some weird, like weak, quote unquote, no conviction nerf Hondo.
No conviction.
Or whatever.
That's funny.
But he fights Mifune and loses, and a lot of people think that this makes Hanzo fodder. But like Mifune's not actually weak because Mifune fought full power Hondo.
It just doesn't make a sense. Like a ninja who's really powerful and was able to take out the Sonic, all of a sudden can't like react to Mifune on a one-on-one no jutsu battle. But hey, plot convenience, all that stuff.
Only survivors. He gave them their title for managing to live through a fight against him, right? So he's definitely like really strong at full power. But this version of Hondo just gets like beat up and bullied in a few seconds and doesn't really do anything else aside from that. So it's like it's hard to justify putting him higher. Next up, we have the 6th Jinchuriki that Obito was controlling as his new 6 Paths of Pain. So if you want to know our order for them, we have Han first, because he kicked Naruto in the face, and also Boy of Release gets hyped up like
That's a sick design by him, though.
and, Yugito,
That is
we
disgusting.
talked about her,
Like that just like cringes me out. Cause imagine them snapping back or whatever.
Roshi, because he actually damages Naruto by burning him. Then next we put Yagura.
Yagura's got a sick design too.
Kage.
Too bad he's like super short and young.
She dodges KCM Naruto, and then last Utakata.
Urakata though, his design is sick.
Very tenuous, like Kinkaku and Ginkaku. These guys are lame, but they're definitely like really, really strong. If we wanted to be dickheads, we could put them above Tobirama. But we're not gonna do that.
Bro, why? No, they're straight up being dickheads if they do that. There's no way they're going to anyone. No, they're not going above Tobirama. Tobirama actually laid a lot of good things as far as in the war. He was able to help out a lot of shinobi. He was able to save shinobi and help fight Chubito. So nah.
These guys are kind of weird. On one hand, they critically injured Tobirama and the 2nd Raikage together. Then, on the other hand, they get tagged by Ino Shikamaru and Shoji.
So these guys are definitely strange, and it's like, okay, when we look at the Tobirama feats, they both have context. So the first time they left him near death, but they were launching surprise attacks. So maybe they were like Nine Tails mode, blowing Biju bombs at him in the 2nd Raikage, and that's what left him in that state of like near death. Then the second time, we see that Tobirama and Hiruzen and all them, they have these battle scratches on them. So they were possibly already in a fight. Maybe Tobirama was like fatigued or something. Then he goes and engages not only with them, but 18 other people. So maybe they don't scale to him. Maybe Tobirama was fatigued, he got jumped, and they killed him that way. Now, you could make an argument that in the second fight, Tobirama managed to get away because they have his body in the leaf. But at the same time, you could make the argument that they just beat him and left him slump on like a tree or something, and they just went and recovered his body. So,
I think 6 and I would agree that they're probably not beating the guys above them, which are like kind of implied, almost certainly to be the cream of the crop. for Kabuto's reanimations, with a few exceptions, and that is the four.
Oh yeah, hell no, they're
the
not beating
Hokage,
them.
but
Mu,
third Raikage,
OP as hell
second
with his
Hokage,
abilities.
second Minato,
Raikage,
and fourth Kage.
indestructible
Now,
shield, piercing
this is a
armor,
group that you can't
and
link together,
I mean the only
but I
person
think
is
that it
maybe
much
the
easier
what was it, the third Kazekage?
all together here. So I would say that
Never mind,
Rasa, the
fourth
fourth
Kazekage.
is number 11. Mu and Gengetsu are tied at number 9 and 10,
Yep.
and the third Raikage is the strongest out of the four.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You could definitely also make like a shonen villain argument, like they get taken down in a specific order to say one is stronger than the other. Now we know Mu doesn't actually get taken down, but he gets split in half, and when he's split in half, he doesn't do anything else after that. So
Yeah,
that
he
argument
basically
would
just
apply to
acts
that
as like a recon man to talk to Madara. So
Yeah, exactly. So Mu and Gengetsu literally just killed each other. So they have to be relative. It sucks because Gengetsu is so lame. But they have to be relative. And
Bro.
also, like I said, it would just follow that shonen villain-esque argument I gave earlier.
at number 7, right above A the third, we have Hiruzen. So I think that everybody can pretty unanimously agree that the Hokage are just all stronger than the rest
Yeah.
of the Hokage. So I also
So much for that Hiruzen God of Shinobi argument, bro. He was not like ever stronger than any of them in my personal humble opinion. No.
everybody agrees that Old Man Hiruzen probably the weakest of the four.
Yep.
Some people, I mean, this answer actually varies. What everyone does agree is that the weakest isn't Hashirama, but I've heard it said that all of the other three are the weakest. I've heard people who think Tobirama's the weakest, Hiruzen's the weakest, Minato's the weakest, but I think that
Bro.
most people agree that it's Hiruzen.
That's definitely the more
especially Old
common
Man.
ranking. Like the common ranking is Hashirama, then Minato, then Tobirama, then Hiruzen.
Some people, some of you sickos out there, put Tobirama right below Hashirama and right above Minato. But that's, I mean, come on. I know y'all, but I know you watching the video right now. You're smarter than that. You don't think that.
And the real high IQ people out there put Minato over Hashirama. But that's
No,
We're not gonna
dude,
do that.
no.
Because, Hiruzen being below Tobirama is, I mean, so it's like, the thing about these guys is they only really fight Jubito, who bodies them the whole time. So it's kind of hard to compare them.
Pause. Now, mind you, they were getting bodied on purpose to find out his abilities and find an opening. Let's just make things clear.
But the reason for Tobirama being above Hiruzen is he does have that one feat of teleporting into
Teleporting,
Jubito,
fast
and, like,
acting,
blowing
most of the
up
jutsus
Jubito
created to
and
help the
Jubito,
shinobi world
which is like,
end the war and started, I guess.
yeah, like
but
that's kind of blatantly better than anything Hiruzen pulls off.
Yeah.
So, I'd say that I'm pretty comfortable with Tobirama being above him. It also just feels right, I guess.
Pretty much.
But you could switch them around.
To be fair,
I think.
Jubito does block that attack with the Jutsu.
Yeah, I know. I agree. I don't think it's like an actual like blitz or anything.
Yeah.
Also, we discussed this before. Minato is like mental nerve. So, but like, it's still pretty impressive to like get in there at all.
They're talking about how Minato basically realized that Obito was the person. No, Toby was Jubi. Basically, the masked man is Obito, and so because of that, he was like, "Yo, what the fuck? Like, this is surreal." Kind of like when Kakashi found out Obito was alive, that gave him a mental nerve where he wasn't able to stay focused, got distracted, got a little bit weaker, so he's not on his A game. That's what the mental nerve they're talking about is.
So Hiruzen at 7, Tobirama at 6. Now this is the part of the video that's gonna get us killed. Like people are gonna
Get you all these hate comments.
above Tobirama.
Hold on, it's gotta be Minato, Hashirama. Yeah, wait, what the hell?
We have Nagato and Itachi.
Oh, okay, these guys. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Itachi the Nagato.
This has
Right?
been the subject of much debate for a very long time. It seems like such a
There's no way people thinking Itachi's stronger than Nagato.
niche fight.
And before y'all come at me in the comments saying like, oh, Itachi basically sealed Nagato without even trying, like, bro, if it wasn't for Naruto, Itachi, and B, and the Jinchuriki, like the killer, like Octopops and the Kyuubi, using their strongest abilities, it would not have gone down like that. Not only that, Nagato is crippled, so he's not acting on his own. He's just being a mindless zombie. That's why he was able to get sealed and he wasn't really trying to kill them. He was just trying to seal them. But yeah, this is just my thoughts. Nagato above Itachi, etc.
Well, there's actually a pretty heated debate in the community about who would win, Nagato or Itachi. And now before...
Yeah, I don't mean to pause too much, but it's pretty crazy. Like, you gotta see TikTok, man. People are out here saying Itachi claps Kaguya, Itachi claps Madara. Like, there is a lot of delusion out there. Don't get me wrong, I love Itachi. He's one of my favorite characters, but bruh.
You know who you are. You sickos. You
weirdos, bro.
In the comments say they already fought. Why are you talking about a fight that already happened? At number 5 we have Nagato, and at number 4 we have Itachi.
Nah, other way around.
Now Itachi being this high, Itachi and Nagato being this high, I should say, and like above Tobirama and Hiruzen might seem like ultra capped to some people, but I don't think so. I could see Nagato beating them up. Like, Nagato is insanely strong.
Yeah.
So is Itachi, especially as Edos. Like, Nagato getting hit by a full force lariat and just not taking any damage and then absorbing all of these chakra on contact in like seconds, like it's instant, right?
Yeah. And mind you, he got hit with it first. He didn't absorb as he was getting hit. He got hit with it first and then started absorbing it like a good 2 seconds later.
And then Itachi like cuts all his limbs off with just a swipe of his arm.
Itachi, like, yeah, Itachi does actually fight Nagato, and then he goes on and beats Kabuto in a fight. Whether or not you think Tobirama or Hiruzen could beat Itachi or Nagato, I guess is up to you, but I feel pretty comfortable putting him up here because he has all that crazy bullshit. Like, he has the Yada mirror, he has the Tosuka blade, he has Yasuke beads, he has Tsukuyomi, Amaterasu, and he can use all this shit infinitely, right? Because he's an Edo Tensei with regeneration. So, and Nagato kind of speaks for himself. All of the abilities of the 6 Paths of Pain, the Soul Steal, the speed to keep up with KCM, Naruto, and B. Like, these guys are monsters, and yeah, all I'm saying is in Storm 3, super reliable source, of course, Kabuto does say that Nagato is his second strongest summon. So,
okay.
You know.
Yeah, that's cool.
And next up, now...
Theoretically, does that mean that he's above Itachi because the first strongest summon would be Madara? Unless he's referring to before he reanimated Madara and he was talking about Itachi. Nah, it's gotta be Madara, bro.
We have the, like, fucking, like, monster territory. Like, these are the, like...
The brilliant prodigy, non-Uchiha, non-Jinchuriki, non-gifted, powered ability. Like, this dude is just straight genius, hard work, prodigy.
Is fucking absurd as an Edo.
Yeah.
Like, he's Minato, who's already, like, insane in base.
In his own ability.
A whole KCM, like, buff.
Jesus Christ.
So, you want to know some insane shit Minato did?
Yeah.
Minato outsped one of his own flying Raiju.
Wait, how do you do that?
So,
hold up, pause.
Minato
What?
grabs the Ten Tails bomb, he teleports it away, right? Then he throws a kunai and teleports back before the bomb lands and explodes.
That's so crazy.
Hold on.
You're totally right. I remember exactly what you're talking about, too.
Not
So, I
saying
mean,
Minato can move faster than an instant, but he can probably...
Hold on. It's. I'm trying to process this right now. Hold on. Because I've seen the clip. I remember it. Oh, yeah. So, that's a pretty good feat, man. I didn't even ever think about it like that. But technically, yeah, he did. Because you don't really ever see him let go of the bomb when he does it. You just kind of see the bomb landing and he's no longer there. He's teleporting back by then already. So, yeah, that's a really good point.
Like, flying Raiju might not actually be complete teleportation.
I mean, he can't
probably
not
do
move
that.
faster than an instant based on that.
I'm just saying.
He does have that
something he
Madara
does.
feat where he, like, intercepts an attack from Madara in base. So, 6 Paths Madara. So,
6 Paths Madara. The 6 Paths Jubi Madara.
I would never say that. I would never say Minato could be base Madara or Hashirama. But he did do that thing that somebody who could beat them would be capable of doing. But I'm not saying that he's stronger than them. I would never say that. That would be ridiculous. You know, he did that thing that kind of implies that he is. But I'm
Jeez, bro.
not saying that.
Don't want these guys coming at you
Number
at your head for the comments.
Begrudgingly, I do not have him at number 1 because he does lose that fight against Hashirama.
Yeah.
Mm.
We talked about it before recording. It's either Madara lost or it was a tie. And Madara was under a wood dragon, then subsequently the deity gates. And Hashirama had rods in his back, but he could still move around. So it's kind of more Hashirama W even with the time.
Oh damn, bro.
Yeah. Now, if you actually need it explained to you why Madara is like here, like not below Hashirama, but like above everyone else, like if you need,
Nah, that's pretty clear.
like, dude,
We're
yeah,
using that
smacking everyone below him, except arguably
Playing with the Kage, clapping them,
Yeah.
acting
Madara
like they were
smacking Minato,
children.
even though Minato has that feat of intercepting an attack from him when he's in 6-path mode, but Minato probably can't. You know, I never say that Minato could beat him. But yeah, so like again, if you need like Madara versus Itachi explained to you in 2022, like
Itachi do have the Yata beard.
Jesus Christ.
that shit is getting smacked by the perfect Susanoo.
He's about to,
Yo.
Madara's sword is just gonna bounce off the Yata beard.
Definitely not. The force is going to blow through the Susanoo, and Itachi just gonna go flying. Still in the Susanoo, like he won't take damage, but the like concussive force will just knock him back into a mountain. Then finally, next up at number 1,
The goats.
shocking no one.
Shocking no one.
Not a
Accurate.
controversial pick at all.
Hold up. I just want to make this part very vividly clear to all of you guys. You need to really understand why Hashirama is the goal and why he's always going to be number 1. Madara. First, let me explain it this way, right? Obviously, you guys know as shinobis progress and get older and have more battles, they get stronger, they get smarter, they get more efficient, they get just better experiences, right? So if you were to take, let's say, Naruto at the war arc and he just dies, he doesn't live up to his potential as adult Naruto. He only got strong up to that point. Whereas like Rock Lee, for example, he lives up to be 50. Rock Lee surpasses Naruto at some point because there's all these experiences, all these abilities, all these things that Rock Lee is able to see, achieve, fight, learn, progress that Naruto's not going to be able to do because he's stopped, he's stagnant, he's in limbo because he's passed away. Therefore, the key point is saying basically these godlike shinobi ahead of their prime, ahead of their time, I should say, if they die early, it is a tragedy because they could have been so much more OP if they would have lived. My point being, Hashirama, Minato, Tobirama, these dudes, if they would have lived longer, GG's, no wars. I'm just telling you right now, absolutely no wars. Like, oh my god, it's insane. But anyways, my whole point of this is saying like, this dude Madara had to basically come back to life, get resurrected, right? Steal Hashirama's power and ability, not once but twice, maybe even 3 times, right? Because he stole his DNA to get Wood Style. He stole his DNA again. Well, he got his DNA implanted by Kabuto to get the face and all that, to enhance his abilities, reaction time, healing, sensory, all that good stuff. And then finally, when he fought Hashirama, Edo versus Edo, he stole his Sage Mode and all that stuff. He had to take Hashirama's abilities just to be able to beat him and all this stuff. Like, you get smacked millions of times in a 1v1, the respectable one-on-one with Hashirama, and then you have to get revived all these years later, plan these whole strategies just to come back and try to fight him again. Well, he didn't know he was going to fight him, but you get what I'm saying, right? Like, man, Hashirama number 1, bro. There's just no doubt.
Guy has the true 1,000 hands, wood golem, wood clones, sage mode, like
Bro showed up and subdued the Ten Tails.
yeah. Not like yeah, you get it. So
Not to mention, in the war, this dude literally wood cloned and wanted to fight Madara. Madara's just like, nah, bro, it's too boring. I want the real Hashirama. And Hashirama's like, suit yourself, man. I was gonna fight you, but if you want to fight the real me, I'll let you know.
this was kind of a messy video, but I think it was good.
Good shit. Good video by SWAGKAGE. Very interesting because I'm kind of curious. I was really curious to see where their take was on it. I highly disagree with Nagato and Itachi. Nagato way above Itachi in my book. Let me know what you guys think. I'm always curious. Down in the comments below. Everything else is pretty accurate otherwise. Hashirama, absolutely number 1. Let's look at the comments. I think some of the people Kabuto brought back were strictly for purposes of psychological warfare. Exactly. They weren't really meant to be like the strongest shinobi. They were just meant to make people like cry and like get distracted emotionally so that they could lose the war. It was always weird to me that the 7 swordsmen were summoned back to their sword, and Kinkaku brothers were summoned back to the 6 path tools, but Shio and Sasori didn't have their puppets. Yeah, that was weird. I feel like Dan in his spirit form is really strong, but he has such an obvious weakness. He leaves the body behind completely defenseless. Might be how he died. Got jumped while using the technique. True. So maybe something like that is how Ino... Because, yeah, those techniques, in my opinion, are pretty stupid. Like, Ino's mind transfer jutsu. You leave the technique you missed, they just... you're dead. Puppet users are seriously nerfed due to the lack of equipment. I remember someone I knew saying Sasori was weak because he got defeated early in the Great Shinobi War arc, to which I responded, yeah, no duh, he literally had none of his equipment. True. They're not great fighters without the equipment, man. Toriyama's feats in the war, while nerfed, reacts to point-blank attack from Seicho and Madara. True. If you guys know what he's talking about, he's basically when Madara's going to hit him with the rod, and Tobirama teleports behind Madara to try to... No, on top of Madara to try to seal him or blitz him or whatever. No evidence that Madara held back. In fact, he told Zetsu he was going to stop being lazy. Alright, I'm not reading all that, but you guys get the point. He did a lot in the war. So there's nothing to say he's weak or anything like that. Yeah, but that is everything, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys are thinking down in the comments. Let me know what else to react to, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.